Hello, I'm John Rushton, the Emotions Expert. You are already a success. If you're watching this, you're listening to it, you are already a success. It may not be how you anticipated life, but if you've got this far, you have succeeded. You've gone through all you have gone through, whatever that is, good, bad or indifferent, and you've now got to this point and you are a success. And what people attribute success to is passing exams or gaining wealth from a business or whatever it may be. It's just a name. It's just something which people have got and which people attribute to, but it doesn't really mean a great deal. What success is achieving something. And it could be only you know what you have achieved, what you've come through, what you've gotten. And it's okay to go in a job and get promotions and promotions and more promotions and more promotions, and go to university and get more degrees and more degrees and more degrees, and do all kinds of things, go into sports and do exceptionally well in sports. And all these are admirable things. I mean, I'm not putting them down whatsoever. But at the end of the day, not everybody's going to do all of those things. And you've got to be the person that understands that, well, I don't know what I'm successful at. And you get friends who'll say, well, you'd like this, you do that, you're very good at that. Even if it's a hobby and you do something and you've done that exceptionally well, and you've been here and you've been there, and if you actually make a list of what you have done or what you know, you've been very successful in a lot of things. Maybe not to an extent where you've got a degree or diploma, or somebody has said something, or you're in the Guinness Book of Records or whatever it may be, but something to the degree that you've understood where you are in life. Never put yourself down, and other people will be better than you, but then again, other people will be worse than yourself. And it always happens that you seem to sort of look at other people who've done better than yourself, but never people who've done lesser than yourself. But it's a case of where you are is unique for you. You don't have to be either the better or the lesser of people around you. You are the person you are. You are the person who has achieved what you've achieved. You've actually worked the way you've worked. You've made your mistakes. You've rectified them or gone on or understood them. And there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. And people come to their level in life at a certain age. And some people do it early in life. Some people do it fairly late in life. But it doesn't make any difference. What you do and when you come to your prime is that particular moment in time. A lot of people actually worry about they haven't achieved anything, they haven't gone here, they haven't done that, and everybody seems to have done everything else, and everybody's doing lots of other things. But you know, your life is the way you decree it, and you do things which is basically comfortable to yourself. If people do things outside of their comfort zone, they tend to get on far, far better in life than those people who dwell in a little bubble of their own because it feels comfortable. And if you do that, you don't actually see the best things in life, because you cushion yourself from what could happen, what might happen. Well, if I do this, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, and all of that kind of thing. And those people who think, oh, what the hell, I'm going to have a go, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you know, failure is sometimes your best friend. Failure is sometimes that thing which you've knocked on the doors and they've been closed to you, and you've gone down lots of streets and they've been one-way streets and dead-end streets and all of these kind of things. But at the end of the day, you've gone down so many and done so much, and you haven't failed. You've just found a way that things haven't worked properly. Things haven't gone the way you had anticipated, or maybe you should have had more information, but because if you didn't then, you certainly do now. You're an expert of why things don't work, and you're not going to make the same mistake twice, or hopefully not anyway. Life is the way it is. And we must actually accept that a lot of it is down to ourselves. We can't blame situations, we can't blame whatever government's in power, or taxes, or viruses going around, or wars in other countries. They are going to happen whether you do anything or not. So within all that, there is you. You have freedom to do what you want to do. And you may say, well, there are lots of restrictions and lots of this. Maybe so. But within all that, there is still you. And within all that, you still have the freedom to do what you want to do. You've got to get off your behind and look and see what is available. You've got to look through the darkness and see if there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You've got to do everything you possibly can, because all those people who strive and strive and strive against the odds do become successful. They do find their way through. Those people that actually hide behind barriers of, as I've just mentioned, governments, wars, situations, viruses, I can't do this, but you know, there are people within all those who are working very, very hard for themselves. I don't mean they're self-employed, I just mean they're working hard for themselves. They're finding other things to do. They're looking at opportunities. They're looking at life itself. They're finding new ways. They're educating themselves. They're feeling good about themselves. They're feeling good about life, because they know none of these things will keep on going. Eventually they come to an end. And they understand this. And they know that life is a series of transient steps. And each of those steps stop and start again. And if it's only you who drags the past with you, nothing else, the past has gone and finished. You can't change it, you can't blame other people for it, it makes no difference. Even if it is the blame of other people, doing so is not going to change anything. It's not going to make you any better or any worse. The only person that's going to make you better is yourself. You can't go into crowds of people and say, oh, this was this happened, and this is to do with slavery 400 years ago. That's a load of rubbish. That's a load of people who have no brains. They are morons. They are stupid. They're pathetic. They're parasites. They don't see the future, and the future is where you're going to go. And success arises in the future. It doesn't rest in the past. It's finished. It's dead. It's not going to do anything. You've got to make a decision to go forward and be successful, and understand that you are successful to this date, and if you want to continue this success, you continue doing more of what you're doing and on a better level, because every day you're generating more knowledge, more understanding, more of everything, and you can use that to your betterment. So do this and be even more successful than you already are.